Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, my friends. I'm so happy that you are here today to watch the very last Little Focus live stream. We've got a really fun day ahead of us. We are going to start with the super spelling challenge. So you're going to have to bring your brain, bring everything you know about the letters, and we're going to do super spelling challenge. After that, we're going to read our day after Thanksgiving poem, and we're going to end with a really fun live drawing. And I'm going to teach you how to draw a slice of pie. No writing, nothing too extra. We're just going to learn how to draw a slice of pie. So this is something that I think kids of all ages would enjoy, and you'll just make it as simple or as complicated as you want, okay? Oh, I can't wait. Good morning. I see somebody in the chat saying hello, and you've been watching the other mornings too. I'm so glad that you came back this morning. Now, friends, this is going to be the very last Little Focus live stream. I've got to take a break after this. It has been an amazing 2 weeks learning with you every single morning. But Miss Natalie's got to take a little bit of a rest from it because I work part-time as well, and I tutor friends, and I've got a lot going on, so I've got to refocus a little bit. But my promise to you is that if we have a huge need for the Little Focus live stream to come back, I can come back very easily. It's just time to take a little bit of a break. It's always good to take a break and let yourself rest so that you can do better at the things you need to do every day. All right, friends, so when you're learning today, you're going to need paper and pencil or your notebook or your whiteboard, whatever you have for the super spelling challenge. And then you're also going to need your something to color with, crayons, colored pencils, markers, and then a plain white piece of paper to draw our pie on. So you're going to need 2 pieces of paper. One of them is totally plain for our drawing. The other one can be lined or whatever it is, pencil, and something to color with. So if you don't have those things, go scurry off and get them, my little love bugs, and we'll get started in just a second here. We are fundraising as well through the last day of November, so that's this Sunday. We made it to $600, friends. We made it to $600. This money is going to the Carolina Migrant Network, which provides free legal support for people that are getting through their immigration status, any kind of immigration-related legal support. They are there for you. I mean, I think we know how expensive legal fees can be. Even just 1 hour of support from a lawyer can be hundreds of dollars. And so we've raised money to share with them. The other money is going to to an anonymous neighborhood association I've been working with in Charlotte. I already sent a few $100s to them last Friday, and I'll be able to send a little bit more to them this weekend as well too. We're supporting with rent. We are supporting with groceries to help them. A lot of people in Charlotte have been really impacted, and we want to be kind. We want to be supportive on this Thanksgiving weekend and show our neighbors that we care. So we've made it to $600. Let's see if we can get a little bit more, my darlings. Let's see. I'll put the link in the chat. buymeacoffee.com/primaryfocus. My thing is bugging up. It keeps trying to paste the last thing that I had ready to paste. But buymeacoffee.com/primaryfocus. It is in the description. And let's round out what we've earned with $600 to give a little bit more. I split it in half, okay? So we want to boost that a little bit more. My darlings, it is a wonderful day to learn. It is the day after Thanksgiving. Yesterday I had a really big feast with my husband, Mr. Mike, the kiddies, and then we had a couple friends come over too. It was a really, really nice evening. My husband did all of the cooking. It was really, really kind of him. He saw Miss Natalie had to do some things around the house and she was tired. And he said, I actually would love to help you out and do most of the cooking. So it was amazing. We had some of our food came from Mac's Barbecue, which is a local place in Charlotte. We got our turkey from there. We got our bread from Verdant Bread. And then Mr. Mike made the stuffing. He made the vegetables. He made the cornbread. Oh, it was delicious. So thank you, Mr. Mike. How was your Thanksgiving, my dears? I hope you had some time to celebrate. I hope you got to eat some tasty food. Good. my friends, let's go ahead and get started. Let's turn our brains on. Reach right behind your ear. This is going to be the last time for a while. Then you're going to have to start turning it on by yourself every day. Turn that knob on. Zoop. But this is the Little Focus live stream. We're not just turning it on. We're turning our brain all the way up to super smart. Keep going. Zoop. Oh, I love to see it, friends. If you're able to hear, make sure those ears are on this morning. I give a little tug on my earlobes, a little tap, tap, tap to make sure I can hear. Oh, Mr. Mike says Thanksgiving was delicious in the comments. If you're able to see, use those eyes, look around. Are you able to see this morning? Are your eyes turned on and working? I love to see it, friends. And if you are able to hit like on this live stream, if you're able to leave a comment, if you're able to hit share button and copy that link, makes a huge difference in how far this live stream goes. We've had a really nice, consistent group of people watching it. If you've just started in late, I've been doing this for 2 weeks. There's tons of live streams you can go back and watch. I think it's best to watch week 1 all the way in order. And then week 2, we had 2 that are connected. And then the Thanksgiving ones you could watch individually. So let's get started, friends. We're going to start with our super spelling challenge this morning. Oh my goodness. Let me switch over to whiteboard mode. And let's just quickly review our letter sounds before we get into it with our spelling, all right? Letter G, we're going to get our glass out. G, G, G. Letter B, that's our bunny letter. B, B, B. Very good. Letter T, this is our tall letter. Get your arms out like letter T. T, T, T. I love just you standing up and doing this, friends. Letter C, this is our cat letter, making the k, k, k sound. Ready? Get your whiskers out. K, k, k. Oh, very good. I love the cat letter. K, letter C. Now we have letter L. My focus is being a little silly. Letter L, you're going to get your body nice and tall like the letter L. Oh, oh, oh. Now remember, we don't say la, 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 la for letter L. It's very easy to do that, but that's not the real sound. We have to isolate the sound. Oh, oh, oh. Very good. And last one, letter A, you're going to pull out your apple, take a big bite and say ah, ah. Just like you've got a nice apple. And then yesterday we learned a super sound when we put 2 letters together. T and H together. Does anyone remember what sound it makes? Remember, our sign is with our thumb. You're totally right, friends. Good work. Now, friends that are watching, some of you who are advanced might know TH makes 2 sounds. It makes its whisper or its unvoiced sound, which we've been doing. It also makes a voiced sound, like when you do the word the or them or something like that. And so that is our other sound. It tickles our lips. But we're not going to focus on that today. We're doing our thumb sound. All right, friends, so let's get into our super spelling challenge. And what you're going to need, I'm going to be using my boxes. If you don't have your boxes, I think you can just make a line and go line by line down the paper. All right, so the first word we're going to do for super spelling challenge, I will stretch it out with you, but you're going to write the letters first, and then we'll check if you got them right, okay? The first word we're going to do is bat, like a nighttime bird. Bat. Say it. Stretch it. B-at, bat. B-at, bat. Write it. Go. All right, now I'm going to keep going here, so if you're not ready yet, you can pause it and then get back to it. But bat is going to be B-at. B-at. Very good, friends. All right, let's speed it up in our challenge. Our next word, we're going to change 1 letter to bag. Say bag. Like I have a bag of groceries. Stretch it. B-ag. B-ag. Write it. Go for it. All right, here's how I spelled it. B-ag. bag. Oh, kiss your brain, friends. I know you're working hard. All right, third one, we're going to change the letter again. We're going to go from bag to bab. Bab. That's kind of a made-up word. Stretch it. B-ab. Bab. One more time. B-ab. Bab. Write it. All right, here we go. B-ab. Bab. B-A-B. All right, friends, we are moving fast today because it is a super spelling challenge, but you can always pause this if you need a second to catch up. I also move fast because we've got to get through this so we can do our poem and our guided drawing at the end, which is our reward for working so very hard. So here we go. We're doing our next set of words. Boop, boop, boop. Now, you can just keep going down your page. My whiteboard just isn't that big, so I got to do some erasing. All right, here we go. Next one, we're doing the word tag. Like we go outside, we play tag. Say tag. Stretch it. T-ag. Tag. One more time. T-ag. Tag. Write it. All right, here comes your answer. T-ag. Tag. T-A-G. Now we're going to change one letter from tag. Oh, and this one you should be able to do because we just did it before. To bag. To bag. Stretch it. Or say it. Bag. Stretch it. B-ag. Bag. All right, let's spell it. Bag. B-ag. All right, here's how I spelled it. B-A-G. B-ag. Nice. The next one is lag. Like if you're falling behind, you're lagging behind, you lag. Can you say lag? Good. Sometimes if you have like little brother or little sister and they're kind of slow when they walk, they're always lagging behind. But if you're fast, you're not lagging. All right, let's stretch it. Ag. Lag. One more time. Ag. Lag. Spell it. Okay, here comes your answer. If you're not ready, just pause it. Ag. L-A-G. Ag. Lag. Now, I always think it's more important to be focusing in on the letter sounds than anything else. I'm going to start erasing these for our final letters. It's always important to focus on the sounds of the letter more than the name of the letter. Because if you think about it, the name, yeah, that's what we call it, but the way we use it is with the sound, okay? So that's a lot more useful. I would rather see a kiddo like know the sound of letter G and be able to think about that sound and write it than for me to say, what letter is this? And have them answer G. I'd much rather have them know how to use the letter than know what it's called, okay? All right, friends. Here we go. We're going to do super spelling. We're going to start with the word, only 2 letters in this one, at. Say at. Stretch it. At. Go. At. At. Good. Now we're going to change it. We're going to add a letter. We're going to turn at into cat. Stretch it. K, at, cat. Spell it. Go. Cat. K, at. Here it is. C-A-T. K, at, cat. Good job, friends. Last one. Mat. We haven't talked about this as much. M is the yummy sound. So good. But I bet you know that. Here's your hint. The first letter is mat. 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 Good job. M-A-T. There you go, friends. All right, one more round. This is our super duper one, and we're going to have T-H in it. I'm going to erase. I'm going to miss you guys on this live stream in the morning. If you're watching right now, send me a little emoji. maybe a thumb up or a heart. Whoops. Let's see, is there a little love coming in the chat this morning? Thank you for watching with me, guys, and getting smarter every day. Okay. All right, here's our last one. First word is math. Yeah, math, like counting. Stretch it. Math. Math. Good. All right, I'm going to write it. TH makes one sound, so it goes together in its box, okay? Math. All right, next one, we're going to change one letter from math to bath. Like tonight, you're going to have to take a bath before bed. Stretch it. Bath. Bath. Go ahead and write it. Now, I'm moving fast. If you're not ready, just pause it, okay? You don't have to feel frustrated. Bath. Nice job, friends. All right, grand finale. Here's the last one. Don't you dare. The cat just jumped in the chair. Oh my goodness. You'll have to see her after this. This last one we're changing from bath to a nonsense word, tath. This is not a real word. Tath. Stretch it. Tath. Tath. One more time. Tath. Tath. Write it. Now, as you write this, nonsense words are something that you'll see come up in kindergarten and first grade. And the reason why we do nonsense words is because it's really easy to memorize a lot of easy words. Nonsense words show us that kids are actually sounding things out and not just guessing. There's a lot of words in life that we have to sound out. Names, places, even as adults, we come up to words sometimes that we don't know. And always being able to sound out is important. As a child, it's really easy to lean on memorization, but that will only get you so far. So here's tath. Tath. Give yourself some check marks. Boop, boop, boop. We're done with the spelling challenge. Friends, kiss your brain. I know some of you have steam coming out of your ears right now. You've been working so hard, but you did it. You did the spelling challenge. Give yourself some claps, smarties. We've gotten so good at spelling the last 2 weeks. We've really only focused on 6 letters plus TH and a little bit of letter M. And look at you, you're spelling words. This is amazing. My advice to you is if you're still learning this, maybe introduce one more vowel, like letter I is our icky, sticky letter, and you could spell twice as many words by knowing one more vowel. Letter O is ah. So maybe try letter I, or letter O, and see what you can spell, my friends. All right, I gotta get this cat out of the chair. Excuse me. Don't fuss at me. Oh, don't fuss at me this morning. You're so big. You're like a bear cub. Mwah. All right, Pepper. I know. You want me to play with you, but we're on the live stream. Mwah. Okay, cutie pies. I'm so proud of you for doing that spelling challenge. Pepper's proud of you. All right, so we've got our poem, and then we're going to do our drawing this morning. It's going to be wonderful. Thank you for sending some love in the chat, you guys. Slides. Here we go. Now, before we get into our poem, I want to show you, this is the Primary Focus YouTube channel. Now, most of what I make is directed at adults. And so there's a lot of advice for parents here if you are like my 5th grade video, if you're trying to figure that out. But I want to take you over, if you want to explore a little bit more with your kids, come to playlists, and I have a whole section called Animal Facts. And I've got several videos all about animals and things with quizzes in them. I actually went to a real farm. So the Animal Facts playlist is a really fun place to hang out if you want to extend your learning and spend some more time with Miss Natalie. And I also have my playlist up here on the left with all my Little Focus live streams. So every single one from the last 2 weeks is in there in order, so you can watch as well, okay? Okay, Thanksgiving poem. Let me read you our Thanksgiving poem, friends, okay? It's the title, or the name of the poem, is The Day After Thanksgiving. The day after Thanksgiving, our tummies feel so full. We ate the mashed potatoes and gravy by the bowl. Tap your nose if you had mashed potatoes. I had a lot of mashed potatoes yesterday. They were so good. The turkey's in the fridge now. The pies are almost gone. But cozy fun and snuggles keep going on and on. The leaves are still a-twirling. The air is crisp and bright. We play with friends and family from morning until night. I love that, friends. Today, I'm going to read it again, but I want you to come up with the symbols. So like we've done our turkey, like waddle, waddle. We've done different hand symbols to show different things, maybe like this for when I'm talking about eating. I want you to act it out today, okay? We're gonna read it 2 times. So the first time you can kind of practice your symbols, and then the second time you can do it even a little bit better. You ready, friends? You might want to stand up for this to do it. I'll even do some of my own hand motions too to show you I'm acting it out also. The day after Thanksgiving, our tummies feel so full. We ate the mashed potatoes and gravy by the bowl. See, we're doing hand symbols like I'm showing eating. The turkey's in the fridge now. The pies are almost gone. But cozy fun and snuggles keep going on and on. The leaves are still a-twirling. The air is crisp and bright. We play with friends and family from morning until night. Oh, good practice, friends. All right, one more time, okay? I like this poem. The day after Thanksgiving. The day after Thanksgiving, our tummies feel so full. We ate the mashed potatoes and gravy by the bowl. Thank you for sending me some love in the chat, friends. The turkey's in the fridge now. The pies are almost gone. But cozy fun and snuggles keep going on and on. The leaves are still a-twirling. The air is crisp and bright. We play with friends and family from morning until night. Oh, friends, that was cute. I think you made some really cute symbols there. Some of you were doing the same as me. Some of you were making them on your own. I love to see you be creative. And if you've got visitors, you're seeing people, maybe this would be a good poem to do with them, and you could come up with the signs together to show that you understand it. Give yourself another kiss on the brain. I'm sending you a kiss. That was really cute. We're going to get into our live drawing now, my darling dears. So this is the part where you need a plain piece of paper. You're going to need a pencil still, and then whatever you're using to color. I've chosen my crayons today. You might have markers, you might have colored pencil, you might have a mix of things, but paper, pencil, crayons. Go get that, and let's get started, my darlings. Okay, let's move some of this stuff out of the way. Let's see, I didn't have time to finish my card yesterday, but yesterday we worked on cards. So if you didn't go back to that, go back and work on your card today. I would love it if some of you sent me pictures. And then the day before that, we did our turkey drawings too. So if this is your first time tuning in, I know this is the last live stream, but the last couple days we've been doing Thanksgiving learning and crafts and spelling. And earlier this week, we did a really cute story called Arnie the Armadillo. All right, now this is what we're drawing. We are drawing a slice of pie. Simple. Now this, for some of you, you might be looking at this and saying, yeah, I can do that. And some of you might be sitting here saying, I don't know, Miss Natalie, I've never drawn a slice of pie. So this is our inspiration. I'm gonna start with my paper. Now, I'm planning to use a big amount of space on my paper, okay? And I think the first time you draw something, because once we learn how to draw this once, you can draw this again and again, right? I think the first time we draw something, it's nice to use up the whole piece of paper so you really understand how much space it's gonna take up, okay? So here's our pie. I'll kind of put that there for inspiration. Okay. Now, my recommendation is that you start with a pencil and then trace later. I'm using my darker pen because it shows up a little bit better on camera. But if I was doing this on my own, like the first time I practiced it, I used pencil. All right, the first thing we're going to start with right in the middle of our paper is a big rectangle. Now this rectangle will decide how big your drawing is going to be. So I'm doing like a pretty nice size here. Big rectangle. Okay? And this is the rectangle that I just did. Just to show you. So it's the front of the pie, the face is going to end up going here. Now we're going to do the top of the pie, okay? So this part here. When I do the top of the pie, I think it's really important to use pencil because we're going to end up erasing a little bit where the whipped cream's going to go, okay? So I'm even going to switch to pencil here. And I'm going to draw a triangle. So my triangle, it's going to come out at a diagonal. So I'm coming up to the top left edge of my rectangle and I'm going out about to this corner. When I come back in, it's hard to see, but this has a very slight curve. So you could come straight, or if you want to, you could do just a little curve to get it back, okay? Good, friends. Now we're going to work on the crust, okay? The crust is going to be like this kind of light brown section around here. I'm going to come to the bottom, and all I'm going to do first is I'm going to come down just a little bit, and I'm going to make a small rectangle tracing right underneath like that. I'm not closing this yet though. It's still open. And then I came down, I'm going to go up. So I'll go a little bit past the edge here. I'm going to come up, still tracing that. So now I'm making the crust, and I'm going to stop at the top. You can see the crust is kind of wavy here. So I'm going to come and I'm going to do 3 big waves. Okay? And then I'll connect. So I started with a little line to make a rectangle on the bottom, and then I kept going up, and then I did 1, 2, 3 waves to make my crust. Pretty good so far, friends. Okay, now we're going to start with some of the decoration. I'm going to come in here, and we're going to make our whipped cream on top. And what I'm going to do, the whipped cream, I'm looking at this, it's sort of like round on the bottom. And then instead of doing a whole circle, they came up to like this sort of triangle shape on the top. So I'm going to come towards the middle. I'm going to start here. I'm going to go around. And then I'm going to keep going up to a point, kind of like a teardrop shape, okay? And then I'm going to come back with my eraser, and I'm going to erase this line. That's why pencil is going to be really important. I'm almost out of eraser here. There we go. So that's our whipped cream. This will all start to come together when we color it. The last thing we're going to do is the face. Now they've got, you can see 2 little eyes. They've got kind of like a round cheek situation and a smile, okay? For the eyes, this is where you might want to come in with crayon or with a like dark pen. I think I'm going to do just like they did. So I'm going to do a black dot, another black dot, and then they've got little eyelashes coming off it. So I'm going to do some little eyelashes, okay? They've got a smile right in the middle. Oh my gosh, look at that. It came to life. And then they've got rosy cheeks. So I'm going to get kind of like pink crayon and do some rosy cheeks there. Oh, see? Very cute. And so now we've drawn it. It's time to get in there and color. Now this is a pumpkin pie. I'm going to go ahead and do pumpkin pie just like them. But if you wanted to do something else like a cherry pie, I would do light brown up here to do the crust, and then the red down here, like cherries. If you wanted to make blueberry pie, you would do light brown on top, make the whole thing crust, and then blue down here. I'm gonna keep with my orange. Let's see, there's so many oranges. You gotta make sure that you got the one that you like. And I'm gonna make this whole thing orange. I think that's a good orange. So I'm just gonna color in carefully for my slice of pie. This is cute. And it's important to do, I did the cheeks first because as I color, they'll still show up. I did pink for the cheeks. Now you're gonna do a better coloring job. I'm trying to go a little bit quick, but you'll have plenty of time once we sign off to keep going. And you need a brown crayon to get that crust. There's my brown crayon. So I'm gonna keep going. I'm doing my pie that's pumpkin, so I'm doing the whole thing, except I'm not coloring in the whipped cream. Okay? Now if you're feeling fancy, some people have like a little bit of maybe pecans on top of their pumpkin pie, a little extra whipped cream. You could do extra, whatever makes sense for you, okay? And then I'm gonna come in and I'm gonna do my crust underneath brown. Okay, now if you're learning to draw right now, you could keep on coming back to this. You know, it's good to practice drawing the same thing again and again. That's how you can do it more easily. That's how you can make style. Maybe you want to draw, maybe last night you had 3 different types of pie at your house. You could draw, you know, play with the colors and try the 3 different types that you did. But there we go, cutie pies. That's our pie. I'm gonna outline this whipped cream just so it's a little bit stronger of a shape. Sometimes it's nice to come back with your pen and really outline everything. Oh yeah, that added a lot of definition. All right, and then of course at the bottom, you want to sign your name. All right, now I went kind of fast on that, but you've got plenty of time to keep working on your pie and maybe keep coming back to this to practice drawing your pie. But this is a really fun thing. And my friends, when you draw, try putting a little face on something. It really wakes up the whole experience. Friends, I really want to thank you for watching the Little Focus live stream. This has been a really, really special 2 weeks. I know a lot of us are tuning in for different reasons. I even got to meet somebody recently at the library and get to learn about her little 2 girls that have been watching. I know there's a lot of reasons why your friends, your kiddos might be staying at home, or maybe you are homeschooling and you need support. Maybe you're learning to be a teacher and you're trying to get ideas. For whatever reason you tuned in, I want to thank you. This has been a really powerful thing in our community of Charlotte. This has been a really special thing to create and just watch people get support from it. And I know that this is the end of the Little Focus live stream for now, but please always use the playlist to go back and review, use the animal videos, and I'm always available to you as well. So if you ever have any questions or you want to just reach out and say hi, Natalie at primaryfocus.tv, that's my email. You can find me on Instagram as well, or leave a comment on this video. It really does make my day when people leave nice comments. So thank you, friends. If you haven't already, I'd love it if you donated a little bit of money. We've got 2 more days until I send the rest of the money to the Carolina Migrant Network and to our neighborhood association. They could really use the boost of funds this year. It's so important to help each other out in our community. You can help out this video, leave a like, subscribe, comment, any kind of interaction or engagement, or even like if you finish this and you hit replay again, like anything like that is really important. And I encourage you to check out the channel, Primary focus is all about supporting parents and caretakers. So if you are debating between what style of school is right for your child, maybe you're wondering right now if your child is ready for kindergarten or not, these are all things that I support families with. Maybe your child's a little bit older, something's going on in school, you could really use a second opinion, you could really use somebody to talk to. These are all the things that I help with the videos on my channel, but also with one-on-one calls, public speaking workshops. So I'm always here for you. Just shoot me an email and we'll figure it out from there. My friends, there are a lot of special kids watching, and you are one of them. Thank you for spending your mornings with me. Thank you for taking the time to get a little bit smarter. It is such a good thing to do for yourself, for your brain, for your family. We got to get a little bit smarter every single day, and we use the Little Focus live stream to do that. It has been my honor to spend all this time with you. I love you guys, and stay in touch, okay? Bye, friends.